Yo, 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 what is up, my fallopian tubers? Cesario from the barrio, coming back at you with another video for your butt. Now, I'm going to just put my 2 pesos in on this whole trimming thing. I don't expect you to care about my opinion. I'm just here to tell you my opinion because I do believe every person is an individual. We've all been shaped by our surroundings, our role models, our influences, life experiences. So everybody is an individual. You know what I mean? I don't like to group people. And I am a collector, and so I do have my own opinion, but I'm gonna just kind of like let you know why I feel the way that I do. You know what I mean? So when it comes to this whole trimming thing, like, is trimming you know, bad? It kind of is if you're trying to pass it off as a certain way. I kind of believe that if you trim a card and you send it to PSA and you try to act like that's the way it was pack pulled, that's dishonest. Do you disagree with that? I mean, because that's the way I feel. It's dishonest. So, I mean, maybe these grading companies should grade trim cards and give them an authentic or an altered grade. You know what I mean? And then leave it up to the buyer. How much do they want to pay for that? You know what I mean? Because maybe somebody wants to pay, they don't know how to alter a card themselves or trim it themselves, and they're willing to pay a certain amount of money for a card that's trimmed. But there should be a full disclosure that card was trimmed. Like if you wreck a car and you fix it, you got to put a salvage title on it. You know what I mean? And then leave it up to the person that's buying it. Do you want to buy this salvage car? How much are you want to pay for a salvage car? But it's been in a wreck. Same thing with an altered card, I think. There's got to be full disclosure and leave it up to the buyer. How much are they willing to buy for an altered card? But it should be disclosed. You know what I mean? That's just the way I feel. I had a friend, and I'm going to tell you the reason why I feel this way. I remember having a friend, his brother used to work at a body shop, a car body shop. And, after work, he would do his own side, gigs and rebuild cars. And I remember him just like talking to us one time and just telling us like, yeah, I hate when people try to tell you they have an all original car that's never had any body work. But since he was experienced in that field, he could go around and knock on the car all the way around and knock on it. And he could tell you, oh, this is Bondo. You're lying to me. This is not original. This has been worked on. This is not all metal. This is Bondo. He could tell by knocking on it. That's kind of the way I feel about trim cards is you should disclose that. I remember him just like being like, oh, I hate when people try to tell me that, because there's a price for all original cars and then there's a price for altered cars. You know what I mean? And it should be the same way in the card space. You should be able to and leave it up to the buyer how much they want to pay for it. But they got to know. You got to be honest, man. So when people are trying to trim a card and say, like, this is the way it came out of the pack, that's dishonest. Now, if you disagree with me, more power to you. Whatever, man. You can have your own opinion. I'm just giving you my opinion. I'm not an influencer. I'm not trying to convince anybody to feel the way I do. I'm just telling you the way I feel. And that's the way I feel, man. Honesty. You know what I mean? If you trimmed it, it's trimmed. The buyer should be able to know that and then put their own value on it. And that's why I feel like maybe these grading companies should have a altered grade on it and let them know what was altered about it. So anyways, that's kind of the short of it. That's my opinion on things. All right. Love the hobby and just keep collecting baseball cards forever. I said, ciao. Oh yeah. And when people come in from other spaces and they want to compare art, this is like something that I got from Mangini's point of view. You're comparing apples to oranges. Comparing a 1-of-1, a real 1-of-1 compared to what's it called, fabricated 1-of-1 like they have nowadays, it's just not the same. So the short of it, if you're trying to pass off trim cards as original cards, You're a thief.